One day an expert at Moses' law came to test Jesus' orthodoxy by asking him this question: "Teacher, what does a man have to do to live now and to live forever?" And Jesus simply replied, "What does Moses' law say about it?" The man said, "Moses' law said, thou must love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with all thy strength, and with all thy mind, and you must love your neighbor just as you love yourself." Jesus said, "That's right. Go do it, and thou shalt live." You know what to say, man. Now go do it. You have preached. Now go and practice what you've preached. You see, if we really want to live, we must share our life in Christ in service. We are meeting against the backdrop of mounting world tension. This hate-filled world is desperate for a decent way of life. I'm too ignorant to speak wisely, and I trust I'm too wise to speak ignorantly. But a man does not have to be listed in the who's who to know what's what today. As he stands with a newspaper in one hand and a Bible in the other, with his eyes focused on the television and his ears tuned to the radio, he can hear of wars and rumors of wars rumbling around the world. He can see astounding world events tumbling over each other in rapid succession, rushing on to ruin. Civilization is torn with degradation and flirting with doom and disaster. High-mindedness runs the streets like a mad dog, beating an uncertain path. Selfishness has evaporated the milk of human kindness. Pain and panic are chasing each other like June bugs playing in the summer sun. Paradise has been turned into pandemonium, and puny men are still piddling around with passing days. Now, under the magic of science, distance has disappeared. We no longer measure distance by the miles, but by the hours. Los Angeles is 10 hours from London. That simply says that isolationism is dead and buried without the slightest hope of a resurrection. The science has given us proximity, but it cannot give us community. And proximity without community spells trouble, and that's where we are now. Whether you realize it or not, we are interdependent and we're interrelated. We cannot live without each other. Unless we learn to live with each other, it is doubtful that we shall live at all. If you really want to live, you must love God with all of your heart, your soul, your mind, your strength. And then you must love your neighbor just as you love yourself. You must love God and neighbor in that order.